What's happening? I'm your host, Michael Jeffries, for Smooth Way Music, where the music is oh so smooth, just like the boss, my good friend Wendell B. And today we're going to take a sneak peek into Wendell B's new CD titled Real Talk. Right now, let's bring in the star of the show, the man with the smoothest voice in the world, Wendell B. Wendell, how are things in St. Louis, man?
Oh, man, Mike, it's always going down in the Lou, baby. You better know that. Ain't been home in a minute now. I am in the ATL, but it's always a pleasure to get back home and let them know that, you know, hey, the boss is from the STL, and this is where it all started at, you know. But here in the ATL, man, got a lot of great things going on, man. And what we here to talk about is this brand new CD, Wendell B. Real Talk.
So you decided to come out with a new CD for your fans. Tell us why you decided to call it Real Talk.
Well, Mike, you know, it's always been a thing amongst us, you know, telling the truth, you know. Sometimes I think we dance around what's real in order to just make it, to get by, to, you know, dodge the real issue. And what I've always found is that we end up dealing with it later. So I just like to keep it 100, tell the truth about it, keep it real. And I mean, if I'm going to bring it to you, it got to be real. So that's why I entitled the new CD, Real Talk.
And you've been in this music game for a long time now. Tell us more about that.
Well, Mike, man, it started off as a little kid, man. By the age of 5, man, I've been, you know, started right there in church. And, you know, I hear a lot of people say, wow, Wendell, how long have you been in it? Well, hey, I ain't gonna tell all my business, but I will say this. I cut 45s. To some of you kids that don't know what 45 is, that's the little record that look like a donut.
Yeah.
I cut 45s, man, so I've been at it a long time. Started with my uncles in church as a young man. I don't even know how young I was, but a group by the name of the Gospel White Brothers, these were my uncles. We went all around the world with the Mighty Clouds of Joy, the Ken Spirituals, Shirley Caesar, the Clark Sisters, you name it. I've been there and done that with them, and we had a lot of fun, a lot of learning. That's, you know, why a lot of my friends call me the boss now. You know, the knowledge and wisdom I picked up along the way has, you know, pushed me to be who I am today. In this music game, you really, really got to know what you're doing, how to move, what to move into, which way to do what works well for you. So what works well for the next guy may not work well for you. So you got to know how to get in it and get the best out of it for you, because you may have a different vision than everybody else. So Wendell B has always been a leader. I would have to say so, because when everybody else was doing what they were doing, I just did what I was doing. And I always, you know, tried to do something that was extraordinary. Something different, from my sound to my height to my appearance to the words that I present to you in my music. I try to keep it real. See, I take a rough situation that may be going on and throw it on the table and say, now how are we going to handle this?
That's some words of wisdom there from the boss, Real Talk. Wendell, I think it's time we take a listen to your new CD. Which song do you want your fans to hear first? You pick it.
I tell you what, Mike, let's go to the clubs first, you know, and I got a smooth new dance track to start off the new CD, Real Talk. It's entitled, That's What We Gon' Do. Let's go there.
Hey, what's happening, baby? How you feeling? It's Wendell B. Hey, what you doing tonight, huh? Hey, well, come on and rock with me, cause whatever you wanna do, baby, that's what we gon' do. Baby, that's what we gon' do. Come on. I've been working hard all week, baby. Kinda need me something strong. Hey, one of them, come on. From my back down to my feet, baby. Hey, it's like a pain in the back of my neck. Sometimes I feel it's something wrong. Ooh, my back. But I done made it through the week. It's Friday night. Need to get a little sleep, baby, not tonight. Don't know what happened, y'all, the pain is gone. It's a miracle, I'm so strong. Don't even feel it in my feet. Ain't one time. Yeah, baby.
Wow. Yeah, I feel like I need to get in the club tonight. Tell us a little bit about that song, Wendell.
Mike, this is one of them songs that it's simply saying, hey, man, I want to do this and I want to do that. But, you know, I've been working so hard and doing this and doing that. But tonight, we're going to let our hair down. We're going to get out here and we're going to do exactly what we want to do. I don't care what it is. We're going to have some fun. We turning up.
Yeah. Tell me about life on the road. Have you been out there a lot? And what's it like out there?
Mike, being on that road, I tell you, it's work, man. A lot of people think, hey, it's just all fun and games. Hey, man, I tell you what, when you're moving from city to city to city, from the East Coast to the West Coast, you know, up north, down south, and knowing that everywhere you go, that all these people that come out to see you and you're packing these buildings have one thing in common about you, and that is they love you. It is the most awesome feeling, meeting your fans, the men and the women, the boys and girls that love and respect my music, and people coming up to you saying, hey, man, you saved my life, man, you brought me through this, you brought me through that. Be it male or female, it lets you know that, hey, I am doing my job. So moving around from city to city, it may be hard because I've been on the road a long time, you know, a long time. See, a lot of people are just finding out that Wendell Brown and Wendell B is the same artist that was out back in the 90s. On the major record label Mercury Records. And then I went independent, and when Good Times came out, it was under Warner Brothers. A lot of people didn't know that, so I come out on the majors. But you know, it just seemed like I couldn't get the break I needed until I went independent. And once I did that, hey man, God began to bless so I could show my fans me, Wendell B, and do it my way. Because, you know, when you're very talented, you know, they like to control you a lot. I am one that really know where I'm going, so that's the way I want to go. So I found out early I had to be in control of me in order to do me. So that's the way I had to go. You know, I had to make sure, you know, it's a rougher road, but I'm digging the way it's coming out. You hear me?
Yeah, so many artists think it's all about just getting that record deal, but you had that big record deal, and so you decided, well, I'm just going to go this different route and create my own record company, which is what Smooth Way Music was all about, right?
Well, Mike, my visions and my views were just the same as a young man coming up, you know. Man, I had the same outlook on it that a lot of the young artists that didn't understand and knew the business had, you know. But one thing I found out when I got to the big boys, you know, they wanted me to do everything their way, and then it almost excluded me except my sound. And my sound is what was making it all happen. So how can I get to do me my way? In which I learned the business, I learned how it goes, and I had to put me something together in the way I needed to in order to get me to you. So Smooth Way Music came about, man. My company's been up and going since 1992, and I've been just doing it. Even though I did other deals, I never forgot my production company, or it's been with me ever since, Smooth Way Music. So Smooth Way Music is, you know, I'm a big smooth brother. So I just, anything I move with, it got to be smooth. So Smooth Way Music, that's what helped me to get my music to you. Real talk.
Man, this CD is full of great songs. Wendell is the man that knows everything about love. Is he still single?
Well, Mike, I tell you what, you know, I'm just Wendell B right now, man, and I'm still trying to learn about love. You feel me? So I want that love in my life that really, really can, you know, show me the love and respect that I feel I deserve, because I'm a good man. I'm a good man.
We're talking to the boss, Wendell B, about his new CD, Real Talk. Wendell, I know the ladies going to love this album. You seem to know so much about love. Have you experienced all these things you sing about?
Man, I think we all have. You know, some of them are real personal, but, I can see what you're going through and write a song about you as well.
Now, you obviously have your own studio to create all this great music. Aside from singing all those beautiful vocals, does the boss play any instruments on this CD?
Mike, I play a little bit of everything, man. I got a little bit of everything there in the studio. All the music is straight off the head. Jay-Z, he doesn't write anything down, they say, so it comes straight off the top of the head. So Wendell B is just the same. I mean, these lyrics, these thoughts, and everything that come through my music, these are things, that come straight out of my mind, straight out of my head. I was deep as a kid, so I'm even deeper now as a grown man. So it's all me and my son 60. I tell him what I want and how I want it structured, and he put it together and send it back to me the way I like it. So
Wendell, I think one of the smoothest songs on this CD is "Staying in Love." Let's talk about that one.
Hey man, everybody know that finding love is a good thing, but staying in love takes work. See, once you get to love, you have to nurture love. Now, nurturing love can be just as you pour water on a flower in order to make it grow. But you can't expect that flower to keep looking pretty if you don't nurture it. Water the flower. Sometimes talk to the flower and watch it grow. See, you won't get to the good without a fight. Staying in love, ain't you?
Hey, check. Hey, I just want to throw a shout out to all the real lovers that go through the ups and downs in real love, in real life. Hey, staying in love ain't easy, y'all. Another day in love, something ain't right. My baby and bills are sleeping at night. Guess you're wondering about me. Y'all, I'm pacing the floor, wondering what it's gonna be. Will my check be enough? See, the mortgage and the light bill is eating it up. And sometimes it ain't easy. Got my woman at home and sometimes she don't please me. It's like she got tunnel vision. She only see it her way. Say I'm a bad decision maker. Get the doctor on the phone. I need to holler at him, cause truly something is wrong. I said, doctor, tell me what's wrong. Oh, my baby tripping about to mess up our home. Yeah, it's like you made a decision. It's like you open up and put a trip in religion. Because staying in love ain't easy. Sometimes it's displeasing. You do a lot of things with it, but hold on, yeah. And just hold on, yeah.
Man, I like that song. Wendell, how long did it take you to make this record? What was that process like?
Well, Mike, it's kind of like this. Hey, every 2 years I like to give my fans some brand new music. So it was about that time. I actually started this CD about maybe a year and a month or so ago. And I started promotion, and then I pulled back because, man, I go so many places and, they're playing this song or that song or this song or that song or that song or this song. And, man, I have 8 or 9 CDs now, and they be on one 5 years ago or one 3 years ago, or the first one or the second one or the third one or the fifth one, and they think it's brand new. So it was time to give them real talk now. Year and a half had went by, and it was just time to go ahead on and release the new CD. The people waiting on it. It's the brand new music from Wendell B. Real talk, y'all.
Wendell, what you say we get in the club and do this thing?
Okay, y'all ready? Let's get them. Y'all ready? All right, my swag right? Let's go. Hit the dope, man. Yeah. Yeah. Baby. Yeah. What up, boy? What it do? Hey, look at the Tim breakdance. Ron the Don, what it do, baby? My man Wendell. Freddie Fresh. What's up, boy? T-Bone. Huh? Got my swag on right. Got my drink feeling free. I just stepped in the club. Hey, what it do, baby? And all eyes on me. Got them screaming my name. What's the motion? Screaming Wendell B.
Hey, Wendell.
Let me holler at the DJ. He got them rocking out to me. Yeah. This is how we do it. Yeah. The DJ bumped the beat and then the models roll. This is what we do. Come on. we doing it in the club. Hey, throwing up.
Wendell, you know the ladies are probably your biggest audience, right? They love you, man. When you sit down to write a song, are you thinking about the ladies or what? Tell us about your process of writing a song.
Okay, Mike, beautiful. Beautiful is all about the ladies. Come on, man. You know, hey, fellas, we beautiful too, but dig this, man. The Boss, I wrote that for the ladies, man. And always, man, hey, man, I just want to be able to, first of all, put our ladies first and, you know, give great music and great understanding, but tell the truth about it now, you know. Be it ups and downs, trials and tribulations sometimes. Keeping it real is keeping it real. So always about the ladies, you know. The fellas love that I represent us and tell the truth. And I'm always going to do that. But Wendell B is all about the ladies. Let's go.
And I think the ladies going to love this one. It's called Still Learning. Something I'm still trying to do. Wendell B, the Boss, on Smoothway Music.
One of y'all got to roll through and get me, man, because she over there tripping, you dig? Hey, where Kurt is? Get him on the line. What up, Kurt? What it do, Win? Man. Hey, y'all grab one and meet me at the spot. Check. She be tripping about the late hours I be coming in. Girl, you tripping, I was just hanging. Yeah. Come on. I got a habit of running around staying too late with my friends. What? I said, yeah. Now ain't nobody gonna tell me, June, what the hell I'm supposed to do. Supposed to do. Hell no. She said we gave up that life when we took the vows and we said I do. Damn, said I do. I guess I'm still learning about love. Oh, I gotta learn.
Awesome song, Wendell B. What's the story on that song, Still Learning?
Oh, man, Still Learning About Love is simply exactly what it is, you know. We as men, the guys, the boys, sometimes, we just got our own direction about what we do when we do what we do, you know. And, you know, sometimes when, you know, we change our course and, you know, get married and, you know, bring a significant other into our lives, you know, we still want to act like we're, you know, just by ourselves. So, you know, we make mistakes sometimes. So this is a song I grabbed a couple of my homeboys, CJ and Jason Little from the group Old School that was with my boy Keith Sweat, and a hot Southern soul artist by the name of Magic One. And I just wanted to do a Jodeci thing, Drew Hill thing. I wanted to do a group thing. So I put four guys together and we gave you Still Learning About Love, and man, everybody around the world, you know, many views. The song is winning awards everywhere, all across seas, everywhere. So, you know, a hit song, man, doing it out there, you know. So you guys check it out. Wendell B, Still Learning About Love.
Check it out, y'all. So what's in the future for Wendell B?
Mike, the future is just bright, man. Just building bigger fan base and letting the world know about Wendell B. That's what my push is, to continue promoting this great music and keep giving my fans what they want to see in the big boy. A great show, a great performance, and putting it down the way a big boy ought to put it down. So just to keep making this great music, man. I am up to my 9th CD at this time, and God willing, I will be on my 10th soon. So I got a mission out here to keep giving this great music that we don't get anymore. I'm here to represent that great soul music. Wendell B got you, y'all. Let's go.
Wendell, it's been my pleasure talking to you about your new CD, Real Talk. Tell all your fans before we close out where they can get a copy of it.
Hey, you can just Google Wendell B Real Talk. It should be on every download source here, March 28th. After that, just put in Wendell B Real Talk and download it from Spotify all the way to Apple Music. Any music downloading source you use, it should be there. So make sure you pick up your copy of Wendell B. Real Talk. I promise you, I'll make you fall in love with your speakers, baby.
Gee whiz. That's kind of serious there, Wendell. Before we close out, I want you to pick out another song for your fans to listen to here on the new CD, Real Talk.
Hey, I tell you what, Mike, let's go here, man. Can we just talk? Ladies, fellas, sometimes everybody messed up. Y'all know we ain't right sometimes, but ladies, y'all know y'all ain't right too. Sometimes we just need to sit down and talk about it. You know, we can let the problems of the world bring us down, or we can get up and try to fix it. What you gonna do? Let's talk about it. It's your man, Wendell B., right here on Smooth Way Music. Mike, thanks for hanging with the boss.
You know, sometimes I think to myself and I say, with all this shit we're going through, see if we could just sit down and talk about it. Just maybe everything will be alright. See, we've been together too long. See, communication is what we need. Let's talk about it. Sometimes you get on my nerves, got too many demands. Do this, do that. Yeah, running a mouth with the mama and a girlfriend. Always telling me about this. I don't wanna walk away from a good thing. I don't wanna do it. My baby been with me all through the storm and through the rain. Yeah. See, if I walk away now, I lose everything. Oh, there go my house, my car, the wedding ring. So baby, can we just talk about all the things?
This is Michael Jeffries, and we're listening to the brand new CD from Wendell B. called Real Talk. And I want you to get your copy today. Here's a song off the new CD called Get Your Head Right. Get your head right and get a copy today.
Hey, what's up, baby? Hey, if you don't mind, I need to holler at you before we get off into what we're about to do. I need you to know that I've been through all the changes I care to go through. You feel me? From now on, yeah, it's just gotta be like this. I've been cleaning up things from a whole lot of pain, trying to get out the rain, drive with this fortunate thing. Said I gotta sleep at night, keep the Lord inside. Thank you, cause He the only one leading me right. It's in my head up. He got me out here living the dream. I'll be there on the double, girl, whenever you in trouble. Be it morning, noon, or night. But you gotta get your head right, cause I ain't dealing with the stress, tripping with you none of that mess, no. You keep it real, keep it tight, but you gotta get your head right. Come on. Oh, yeah. Oh. Said if shorty get her head right, the boss there every night. Yeah. Can you dig it? Oh, yeah. Oh.
You know, maybe sometimes you're moving in the wrong direction when it comes to love. Wendell B. wants you to know you need some love directions. From his new CD, Real Talk, here's Love Directions.
Hey, I'm calling on all the grown folk out there, them that know what making real love is. You heard? You know some that lost their way. Hey, so I just wanna holler at you right quick and tell you how to get back to love, you dig? Ooh, baby, love directions. Shoulders kinda tight. Said your head ain't right. Say your pressure's been up. Ain't sleeping at night. Now shorty, she been acting crazy, but she been checking him too. Yeah, you been pushing, but things just won't go through. Baby, here's what you ought to do. Hang up your cell phone. Put your freakum dress on. Now tell them it's on tonight. Yeah, get to the bedroom, and you better run, girl. Tell him you need some affection. Follow these love directions. You'll be good for the end of the night. You'll be good for me with these love directions.
That's Wendell B. with Love Directions from his new CD, Real Talk. Hey, here's another one you're gonna like. It's called Check Now.
Hey, it's the boss, Wendell B, baby. The truth teller. And I want y'all to come roll with me for a minute. Get in. And we need to get back to the times of respect. You know what I mean? I respect yours. And you respect mine. You heard? Remember the time we made up our mind that I would be yours and you would be mine. So we took out the time to keep love alive, and we kept it 100, there'll be no despising me. But who didn't change? There's so many games that can't believe it even if it's in front of you. See, this ain't really what it's supposed to be. Yeah. You ought to stand up, take a look and see what's going on. Yeah. Too many bad decisions, causing corruption, causing collision. Oh, baby. Wrong people playing games, man, it's a damn shame. Oh, baby. Yeah. We need to heal and we need it right now. Tell me what's going on.
Yeah, you better check now. Check what's going on. It's Wendell B. from his new CD, Real Talk. And here's a beautiful ballad called Missing You.
You know it's funny. Yeah. How love can cause so much pain. Yeah. Take you through so many changes. Somebody know what I'm talking about. But yet the fact that you truly love someone still remains. Too many tears, oh yeah, so many years. Way too much pain, hurt inside, strain in my brain. Yeah. Didn't make no sense. Too many ups and downs, over and over and over. Whole lot of letdowns, time after time. A lot of lies had been told. Oh, yeah. But still, I wish you were standing in my face so I could tell you how much, just how much. It's a shame how love can be bad. Yes, sir. Yes, baby. Oh, and if you wanna know the truth about it, I miss the girl.
Well, speaking of Real Talk in the new CD, one of my favorite songs on this album is a song called Cadillac Willie. Tell me, did this guy really exist in your life?
He really did, Mike. He really did. Cadillac Willie. Hey, listen, I grew up on the north side of St. Louis, but later on, after high school, moved over to the south side of St. Louis, me and my older brother. My dad owned a apartment building over there. Matter of fact, right across the street from Sweetie Pies, down the street there, just a little bit. And this guy would walk up and down the street. He would shake when he walked. And I would sit on the front porch sometime, and he'd come up to my gate and he'd say, "Hey, big boy, you got a little change for me? I'll do a little dance for you." And man, when I tell you, it was the funniest thing in the world. He would say, I went upstairs to bake a cake, made a mistake, baked a snake. What kind? King Cobra. He would dance. He would dance, and man, that's what Cadillac Willie was all about. And man, I would go out of my way to give him my change, buy him something to eat or whatever. I've always been that kind of person. So Cadillac Willie, wherever you're at today, man, the boss made a song about you, man, because he told me when he was in school, everybody knew about Cadillac Willie.
Hey, Willie, here's a little change. Dance for me. Hey, check. Hey, let me tell you about my neighborhood boy. He was a friend of mine. We called him Cadillac Willie. Hey, this one for the jukebox. Hey, Y'all, I tell you, he was one of a kind. Hey, what's up, Willie? Spent his time in the streets, smoking, dancing, y'all, and drinking that way. Hey, Willie, gon' dance for me. See, Willie was a good man, just had some problems trying to make it through life. Yeah, get hard at this. Said he ran through all his money, lost his home job, even his wife. He said he danced to try to understand this troubled world out. He said he used to be a real strong man, the best that he can, but now his world's filled with so much fear. Hey, I feel you, man. So can you spare a nickel, a little change, maybe even a dime? Back up and give me a couple feet, and I'm gonna show you a real good time. From Cadillac Willie, when he started dancing, he pull up his pants, then he make his first move. Cadillac Willie, do a little spin, hit the floor, end up on the heel of his shoe. Cadillac Willie.
Thanks for listening to a sample of Wendell B's new CD, Real Talk. Now I want you to go to your favorite downloading source and pick up a copy of it, whether it's iTunes, Spotify, or wherever. Get your copy of Wendell B's Real Talk today, or go to WendellBSounds.com. For Wendell B and Smoothway Music, I'm Michael Jeffries. Have a great day.
Was the oldest of the group, but never told the truth. Then we had Jenkins, Fortune, Berry, and Love. Now Booker T would put it down. WC, y'all, and Peter Brown. Now it's